What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Dima, YouTube music? Let's assume for an example, you met a lady. A beautiful lady at that. Doesn't matter the race. And for a year, you dated and everything was okay. She was bisexual, but that's not the most important thing. Of course, in the relationship, you booty clapped it up. Booty clap it up. You lined it up and, well, you found out that she had a kid. And you guys are no longer together, but, you both have a child. The only problem is that you don't get to see your kid at all. And there's another problem. Your kid was born inside of a house, so you didn't get the chance to put your name on the birth certificate. And the last part, your baby mama's a part of a cult, which is the reason why you don't believe you can see your child. What would you think about that scenario? Sounds like something that you would see on Netflix, right? But no, this is a real story. This is dealing with singer Kehlani and her baby daddy, Javaughn Young-White. Now, he is going to say some really, really interesting things about this young lady. One of the first things she's going to say is, listen, my child is in danger, largely because my child and her mother are in a cult with a cult leader named Nito. And Neto has so many aggravated charges or accusations against him that I can't see my child. Also, pretty much saying that, well, the guy is crazy, or maybe she's crazy, or maybe they're in a sex cult. I'm not sure what that is. But the case is, he's taking her to court. He's trying to make sure that basically he'll have access to her, he'll have access to see his kid again. And one of the things he wants to do is sue for child support so that he can raise the kid. So he's filing for full custody of their daughter. There's only one problem with this. He's a little dusty. Rewind. Let me kind of get back to the whole argument here, okay? I'm going to read this line by line. The daughter's name is Adeya. Now, basically, he says when she goes out on tour, she leaves her daughter with other members of the cult, including an adult woman named Messiah, who was bathed with the daughter under the influence of psychedelic drugs. Now look at this. Sad music. I have been trying to express my fear, anger, and concern to Kehlani about our daughter's living environment when she is on tour and when she's with her cult, who essentially live in her home. However, instead of addressing my feelings, she resorts to disparaging me online to her millions of social media followers. Now, I want you guys to listen to this audio of Mr. Bill Burr. Had a podcast one day, about 7 years ago, about his baby mom being a hoe. This is important information. I want you to check it out. Let me know what you think.
Her and I conceived 2 sons together. Why do people date and have kids and buy houses together? And in that time, we were talking about getting married. I loved her very much with all my heart. We rented a house and lived together for most of our relationship. I've always treated her with respect and tried my best to be the best provider for her and my 2 sons, and her 3rd son, whom she has with another guy. Needless to say, she went out with her girlfriends, which she had done many of times before, but did not come home until the next day. When I asked her why she stayed out all night or didn't call to let me know what's up, she responded by telling me she had sex with some random guy she met because she was drunk. I was like, what the f*** could you? Why would you do that? Her and I started to argue. In the course of the argument, not only did I find out that she had cheated on me, but in the entire time her and I were together, she just admitted to cheating on me with 12 other people in our 8 years together. What the f*** doesn't quite put my feelings into perspective. And the only reason she gave was she wasn't happy with me. I don't understand that, and to this day, she still will not elaborate on that. So I've since then moved out back home at my mom's. I feel crushed, like my entire life with her was a lie. It was. She betrayed me in the worst possible way and completely destroyed my outlook on love. But not only that I feel like I'm failing my family, my kids, and even that red-headed whore, because I couldn't keep my family together. I've offered to go to counseling. No, dude, that, to try and work through this, but she's not interested. She acts like our 8 years meant nothing. It didn't. It meant nothing to her. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. She's been bouncing from guy to guy since we split up. The whole situation's kind of up. Yeah, and you got kids there, and she doesn't care. It's been several months now, and I still feel like I've been slaying bar sluts right and left, starting to work out, trying to focus on bettering myself and my son's lives, trying to keep my mind positively occupied, but I still feel this pain in my chest like something's missing. Her, I guess, I don't know, still feel lost as shit. Dude, all of that's totally normal. You're supposed to feel that way. She probably doesn't feel anything, or maybe she does, and that's why she's going around there, everybody. Maybe she had an asshole dad. I have no idea. Or maybe she's a succubus. I have no idea.
So, as you've heard, that is real terrible information, right? His baby mom was out there thotting it up. They were married. He was even raising her other child and all of that. It was crazy. But let me just talk about this. Here's what men have to understand. You can vibe with a chick all you want. She can be nice. She can be beautiful. She can be sexy. But that's a difference between going inside somebody raw with no condom and shooting up the club inside of them and then producing a kid. First of all, as a man, you don't have any real money. That's obvious. What, you're dealing with a woman that has more money and more power than you, and you're in a position that's terrible and that's bad. Second of all of these red flags with this lady, you should have known. And this is what I'm going to tell a lot of guys, man. When you go back and really look at the situations that you have with women, guess what? The signs are there. I was dating a chick before who was a party chick, all right? She hosted nice clubs. She was a good vibe to be around, a little bit too friendly, I would say, to some of my friends and things like that, but she was definitely a vibe. She was definitely extremely good in bed. But that's where it stopped. Whenever it came to building a long-term relationship, being disciplined as a woman, being able to listen and being able to follow rules, or just to be able to work hard and have good ethics and things like that as to being a good partner, she just couldn't do that. That wasn't within her wheelhouse. We had good time hanging out and drinking and smoking, I guess. I don't really smoke weed, but she'd be a good person to do that. And then you booty clap it up. That's about it. But as far as living an everyday day-to-day life with her, she was just worthless. It just wasn't in her wheelhouse. And I quickly found out one night, and I had to kick her out of my house. She told me something that was very interesting. I told her to stop drinking. I was like, look, I'm about to put you out. She's like, listen, you want to break on me? That's fine. But you're not kicking me out in the middle of the night. You can break, you're going to sleep on the couch tonight, not me. Well, I ended up kicking her ass out. But that red flag right there, what if I would have married that lady? What if I would have got a kid by that lady? That lady ended up becoming so hateful, she had no level of accountability, and you were trying to make her become accountable, and she just couldn't do it. You were just wasting your time. No matter how nice you were, no matter how mean you were, or whatever, it didn't matter. She could never take any accountability for anything. And I dodged a real bullet by not dealing with her long term. She would have basically become a succubus, taking all my money, taking all my time. If I would have had kids with her, I would have never saw my kid. It would have been a big battle. It would have been a whole bunch of nothing, right? Just being bitter. And see, guys got to look at the red flags. These ladies believe, most ladies are not going to really fake it so well. They believe that they are good enough as they are. So they're not trying to really hide too much from you. And that's one thing that black men have to understand. Most women are not trying to hide their bad stuff from you. I mean, they'll be all nice the first few days, but that the bad things they do, they don't think anything is wrong with them for the most part. So they're not trying to hide those red flags from you because they think that you're going to put up with it anyway. Look at the black chick, Rose Miller and Brett. Okay. All those red flags that she shows right now, she's been doing that kind of stuff. And the reason is because she thinks that it's not that big of a deal for a guy to really want to put up with. Unfortunately for her, it is a big deal for most men to put up with, most men to have any standards or values about themselves. So you guys can't be that stupid. You just can't be that stupid. If you are that stupid, it's your fault, okay? It is absolutely your fault. If you don't see it for what it is, and this is why men have to really take things serious. You're going to be the person that's in trouble, and a lot of trouble. by the way, not just some, a lot. All right. You're going to end up with a chick who might fall into a cult. She might fall into thotting it up. She might fall into being bitter. But the problem is all of those things are available to you to see, and you just ignored it because you felt that you could change her. You cannot change any lady with infrastructural damages. I'm going to say it again. You cannot change a lady with infrastructural damages. If she is for the streets, she needs to stay there a lot. Okay. There is nothing that you can do with that. There is something you can do about that, but leave them the hell alone. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.